Every year, 250,000 kids participate in beauty pageants with dreams of taking home the crown. But many people don't realize how much preparation goes into competing in a pageant. Parents have been known to spend thousands of dollars on hair, makeup, and clothing, and their kids are forced to spend hours practicing the way they walk, the way they talk, and their dance moves. If you want to see the true cost of beauty pageants, we're here to break it all down for you. If this is your first time visiting our channel, don't forget to subscribe and please give this video a big thumbs up. Today we'll be sharing with you the price of beauty in kids' beauty pageants. Just wait until you see how much some parents spend on just 4 pageant headshots. You'll be absolutely shocked. Glitz dresses. There are 2 different types of kids pageants. There are natural pageants that are all about embracing kids' natural beauty. Then there are glitz pageants where contestants are required to wear a full face of makeup, fake eyelashes, colored contacts, and big fancy dresses. Eden Wood competed in multiple glitz pageants on the television show Toddlers and Tiaras. She was seen wearing puffy and elaborate gowns that are called cupcake dresses in the pageant world. These dresses are brightly colored and they're decked out in a bunch of shiny jewels and rhinestone. The custom-made dresses aren't cheap either. In fact, many of them are priced at $4,000 and more. But competing in a glitz pageant isn't just about wearing a cupcake dress. Contestants also need a few different costumes to wear on stage too. Mackenzie, another contestant on Toddlers and Tiaras, wore various costumes on the show that range from $300 to $500 each. So, as you can see, competing in a beauty pageant is definitely expensive, but this is only the tip of the iceberg. There are many other expenses that parents have to foot the bill. Stay tuned to see how competing in a beauty pageant can easily rack up a bill up to $10,000. Beauty treatments. You wouldn't think that a kid would need to go through extensive beauty treatments in order to look fabulous. Many kids naturally have smooth and soft skin without a wrinkle in sight. But contestants as young as 8 years old are being encouraged to undergo beauty treatments that are painful, expensive, and very unnecessary. A young girl named Brittany was just getting started in the pageant industry when her controversial beauty ritual was leaked to the public. At the age of 8 years old, Brittany's mom began giving her Botox injections to smooth out the wrinkles on the young girl's face. Brittany's mom defended the procedure by saying it was all Brittany's idea. Other children were allegedly making comments about the lines on Brittany's face, and that's when she asked her mom if she could get Botox injections in her face. But the crazy part is, Brittany's mom revealed that she's not the only parent who encourages their kid to go through these injections. She said many moms actually administer Botox to their young daughters in preparation for beauty pageants. Many people think that this is definitely taking things way too far. Not only are the injections painful, but who knows what kind of effect they will have on young kids' faces as they get older. Training sessions. You don't think these young contestants just jump on stage and wing their entire performance, do you? Leading up to a pageant, young kids spend hours training to make sure they make the best impression on the pageant judges. For those who are on a budget, their parents may train them themselves on how to walk, how to talk, and how to greet the judges. But for the kids whose parents have a lot of money to spend, they usually hire companies that provide professional training sessions. Jennifer Macris Hill is a former beauty pageant contestant that had an awesome run collecting crowns in almost every competition. But these days, she spends her time training young pageant queens on their quest to win the crown. One day of training costs $1,000, and for those who are really serious about winning a pageant and going home with some pretty huge prizes, they can purchase a week of sessions for $5,000. But hold on just a second. That's not even the most expensive training session out there. For those parents who have an endless flow of cash, money is no object when it comes to funding their kids' pageant career. Some of the teenagers who compete on a state level can spend up to $100,000 on training sessions. This session includes a wardrobe consultation, a personal fitness trainer, voice coaches, speech coaches, and some extensive etiquette lessons. Would you ever pay this much to receive top-notch expertise from a pageant coach? Added extras. If you thought the only thing contestants had to pay for was an entry fee, we have some surprising news for you. There's a reason why the pageant world is a $5 billion a year industry. Each competition has a bunch of added extras that can really make the pageant experience very expensive. For example, a parent might pay $295 to enter their daughter into a beauty pageant. Then for every subcategory, there's an additional fee. If parents want their daughter to be a contender in the pageant's top model photogenic competition, they'll have to shell out an extra $100. Contestants can also walk down a red carpet and have a professional photo taken for an extra $50. Then they have the option of purchasing their own rhinestone tiara for $25. And then, for parents, family, and friends to attend the event, they have to pay pay a $20 admission fee per person. But that's not all. Some pageants also have special guests in attendance. Toddlers and Tiaras star Eden Wood showed up to an event and offered a meet and greet session as well as autographed photos of herself for $50 per person. So, as you can see, before the pageant even starts, many parents have already spent close to $1,000 just to take part in the event. Travel expenses. Parents might be able to find a few pageants in their hometown, but for those who want to compete on a larger scale, they have to pack their bags and travel to various cities. Toddlers and Tiaras star Paisley Dickey had competed in 60 pageants by the time she was just 3 years old, and she would frequently travel with her mom to compete every weekend. On the program, Paisley said she would much rather spend her free time hunting and riding her four-wheeler instead of competing in beauty pageants, but her mom always had her booked to attend different pageants all over the place on the weekends. When it comes to travel expenses, they can really get expensive depending on how many out-of-town or out-of-state competitions a kid takes part in. There's the cost of the hotel per night, the cost of transportation, the cost to have hair and makeup stylists travel to location, and the cost of food too. The total cost to travel to a competition will vary, but do you think a lot of these parents really care? Not a chance. Many of them don't think twice about dipping into their savings accounts to help cover a lot of the costs. Flippers. On an episode of Toddlers and Tiaras, there are many things that many of the young beauty princesses have in common. Each contestant is usually decked out in a bunch of fake accessories, including fake spray tans, fake eyelashes, and acrylic nails. But one accessory has been a controversial topic of discussion in the beauty pageant world. It's called a flipper, and it can instantly give a child a megawatt smile. Since many of the young contestants are at the age when their baby teeth are falling out, the flipper dental accessory gives them a nice and beautiful row of pearly whites. The flipper is always worn on stage to hide their gaps, crooked teeth, and missing teeth from the judges. And these flippers aren't cheap either. Each one is custom made to perfectly fit a child's mouth. To make one, a mold is first made of the kid's mouth and teeth, and then the flipper is created for the price of about $100 to $175 for one row of teeth. If the child needs flippers on the top and bottom, then the price is doubled. Toddlers and Tiaras star Isabella Barrett reportedly paid $500 for her set of flippers to give her a beautiful and stunning smile. A personal pageant coach. We've already told you the price of pageant training sessions, and that's just part of what kids go through to prepare for their big events. Aside from etiquette, voice, and speech training, some of these young beauties also hire personal pageant coaches. If you're a fan of Toddlers and Tiaras, we're sure you recognize Cambry Littlefield. She started competing in beauty pageants when she was just 2 years old. By the time she was 14, she decided to become a pageant coach. She now has over 200 girls that she trains in total, and she charges $100 to $175 per hour. For those girls who live close to Cambry's Las Vegas home, she coaches them in person. But she also has clients all over the world who she meets with through Skype sessions. When it comes to taking home the top prize, there's no limit to how far Cambry will go. After parents pay the hourly fee, Cambry gets to work on preparing her clients in some very unique ways. On the television program, she was shown spraying collagen on 3-year-old beauty queens, and she even had some of her girls undergo hypnosis. Do you think hiring a coach like Cambry is a complete waste of money? Pageant headshots. If you've ever researched kids' beauty pageants on the web, you've probably come across a few of these glamour photos. They're called pageant headshots, and they're one of the most important items for kids who compete in glitz competitions. In these photos, you can see that the young girls are all dolled up with a full face of makeup, elaborate dresses, and perfectly styled hair. The photos also appear to be airbrushed to give each contestant a doll-like appearance. Parents take these pageant headshots very seriously. They're one of the first things judges see at the start of the competition. A well-done pageant headshot could make or break a kid's pageant experience. But if you think these photos can be taken by an amateur using the camera of an iPhone, that's not the case. Many of these pictures are taken by real photographers inside their studios. These companies also make a killing by selling headshots in package deals. For the most expensive package, which includes hair, makeup, and photo retouching, parents can expect to pay close to $1,000. But guess what? That price only includes 4 headshots in total. It's a very pricey expense, but to glitz pageant contestants, it's worth every penny. Makeup. No matter how smooth and clear a kid's face is, they still have to spend hours in the makeup chair to get ready for the big contest. And we're not just talking about a little bit of powder, some blush, and a swipe of lipstick across the lips. Kids who compete in glitz pageants receive the ultimate glam treatment. The makeup style is similar to what's worn in adult beauty pageants. There's a lot of heavy contouring, false lashes, creamy foundation, and bright colors so the contestants stand out on the stage. Kids in glitz pageants also wear a lot of dark blush to make their cheeks pop. Elaborate eyeshadow eyeshadow is really important to draw attention to the eyes and to make them sparkle in front of the judges. Parents can try to apply the makeup on their own, but many choose to hire professionals instead. As you can imagine, this is a very costly expense. However, since glitz pageants focus on the contestants' outward beauty, having the makeup applied by a makeup artist is always the way to go. For most parents, they can expect to pay $150 to $300 in total to have their little girl's makeup applied. Hair. Crimps, curls, ponytails, braids, and bouffants. When it comes to pageant hair, there are so many different hairdos that can really glam up a contestant's appearance. When it comes to styling, parents usually hire beauticians to help transform their kids' look. Many of them look a lot different when their hair is all done. That's because stylists use fake hair pieces and extensions to give these young beauties full and gorgeous hair. In the pageant world, they believe bigger is always better. That's why it's not uncommon to see a contestant with a massive and elaborate hairstyle that steals the show. Stylists swear by hair pieces, wigs, and extensions because they believe the extra pieces of hair make the kid's face look fuller and more beautiful. It also adds to the overall presentation of the contestant's final look. Just like when it comes to their makeup, a pageant contestant's hair is equally as important. And because of this, parents don't even think twice when it comes to paying the big bucks on hairstyling. Most pageant hair, including styling and hair pieces, will cost up to $300, but it's a small price to pay for a kid to have a flawless hairdo. Were you shocked by just how expensive kids' beauty pageants can really be? If so, drop us a comment down below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe and give us a big thumbs up. And while you're at it, check out our friends at The Trendy to see cool videos for teenagers.